Hi, it's Kai from Swoop, and I'm in Amsterdam with Phil and Jaap, and they are partners of ours from a company called OrangeTrail. Now, what is it you guys do?
We bridge the gap between technology and people in organizations. And that's not just showing people how the technology works, but it's also thinking with people how they can work smarter, faster, be more innovative. So we look at the patterns and then take the technology to support how people work and do it better.
Cool. Now, one of the things I've been very inspired by is conversations with Phil about something. I think you have a model that's called, you refer to the refer, build, engage model.
Yeah, refer, build, engage. Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit more what that actually means and where it comes from.
Okay. Interestingly enough, it comes from a dinner party. Most good ideas tend to come from dinner parties, where I saw a number of people and the way they built the conversation around the table with people that they didn't know. And they did something really simple, which is actually talked in etiquette. Not many people get taught etiquette. I never did, so that's why I'm so bad at dinner parties. But it was basically, somebody would hear a conversation going on and say, oh, that's really interesting. I also do that, or I do it this way. And then turn around and say, hey, yeah, what way do you do it? And when you do that, you refer to what's been talked about, you build by adding your own idea, and then you engage by asking somebody else the same question, pass it on. It grows the conversation. Suddenly there's a lot of noise around the dinner table, and I thought this is exactly the structure that you need on social platforms to build constructive conversation.
Yes. So that's also one of the things that we've looked at in Swoop, is this whole thing about the power of asking questions. And I recall from another conversation, you were giving an example about a CEO and how asking a question, asking for feedback, how that can really transform a company. Can you tell that story?
Yeah, sure. It's basically, if you look at the way companies are run, is that the people are told what's happening, the people are told what decisions are being made, but the effect of that is often very little, and people don't change, and things don't. And the company we talked about previously was a postal company in the Netherlands, and they were privatized. It's over 10 years ago, it's privatization. But the people in the company still thought they were working for a government agency, so they were going about their business they had done for 50 years. But being privatized means that you get competition. Being in the postal business means that you get internet and the volumes drop. So this was a big threat to the organization.
Yeah.
And the traditional commerce people have been telling the people about this threat, and the CEO had been telling the company about this threat for months and years. Nothing was changing. And what we did with them is we came up with one simple question the CEO asked the company, which was every postal person has a PDA to sign off on documents they deliver.
Oh, yeah.
And all PDAs have cameras.
Yes.
So we basically asked the company to take a picture of every competitor they came across in the street and post it on the social platform.
Wow.
And they did that, and within days there were hundreds and hundreds of pictures of competition, and the mood in the company changed like that.
Wow.
So one simple question made a big change.
Fantastic. I think that's a great story. So thank you for us here. This is, as you can see, it's probably the bicycling capital of Europe. So it's great to be here with you guys. And I hope I come back and see the wonderful Amsterdam many more times. Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Cheers.